Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we're going to understand how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Razorpay payment. So do you also wish to notify your team on every new Razorpay payment? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I want the same. So I'm running a skincare brand and we use Razorpay to sell our products online. So now what I want is that as soon as a new payment is received from my Razorpay account, I want to notify my team about the same. So to do this we're going to create a connection between Razorpay and Microsoft Teams. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we're going to understand how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Razorpay payment. So as you know that I run a skincare brand and we use Razorpay to handle the payments of our products. So to keep my team updated in real time, I want to set up an automation that automatically sends a notification to a Microsoft Teams channel whenever a payment is completed on Razorpay. This instant alert includes the key payment details, allowing my team to stay informed about each sealed and response proactively if needed. So as you know that Razorpay doesn't provide any native connection with Microsoft Teams in order to send them an alert. So in order to connect both of these applications, we're going to use Pabbly Connect, and in order to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here, and as soon as we're going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, but in today's video we're going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Razorpay and Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as I'm going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we're going to click on this button which is create workflow, and now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Razorpay payment, Razorpay to Microsoft Teams. And then we're going to click on create, and as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the action are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Razorpay because I want that as soon as a new payment is captured in my Razorpay, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we're going to select it, and now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So with here what I want is that as soon as a new payment is captured, my workflow should be started. So I selected the same trigger event, and now after selecting the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So what we have to do is, in order to connect our Razorpay account with our Pabbly's workflow, first we are going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Razorpay account and navigate to the webhook section available under the settings section. So yes, we're going to follow the same. I'm going to open my Razorpay account, and now from the left side of the bar you can see developers right over here. So I have to go on this developers, and as soon as you're going to come over here on developers, you can see webhooks. So I have to go on this webhooks, and as you can see all the webhooks which I've added previously. We're going to add a new. For that we're going to click on add new webhook button right over here, and now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So for the webhook URL we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me for the secret. So if you wish you can definitely add a secret right over here, but I don't wish to add, so I'm going to leave it as blank. It is saying alert email. So yes, over here we are going to enter the alert email if you want, and now it is asking me for the active events. So over here for the active events we have to select the same event which we selected right over here in our workflow. So over here it was payment captured, right? So we're going to select the same right over here too, and also in the help text it has stated that now select payment captured from the active events section. So yes, we are going to follow the same. I'm going to select payment captured method right over here. And after selecting this, we're going to click on create webhook. And as soon as we're going to click on create webhook, yes, you can see webhook saved successfully. So now with this, we have successfully created a connection between our Razorpay account and our Pabbly's workflow. But you can see that now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying now do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So you must be wondering what is this. So what we have to do is I'm going to open my Razorpay account and we're going to do the test purchase of a tummy product so that we can capture the response for the same right over here. If you wish, you can definitely wait till someone purchases your product and you're going to get the live customer details right over here. But if you don't wish to wait, you can do the same as I'm doing. We are going to open our Razorpay account, and after opening the Razorpay account, from the left side of the bar, we have to go on payment pages. So I'm going to look for it, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to go on it. And as you can see, organic glow serum. So yes, I want to create this automation for this, so I'm going to open this right from here. And as I was going to open this, you can see the page URL. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this page URL and then we're going to paste it right over here in a new tab. And after pasting this, we're going to do a test submission for the same. So we're going to enter the dummy details. For the amount, I'm going to keep it as this only. For the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as demouser@pabblytunes.com, and over here for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And after entering all of these details, we are going to click on pay 499, and as soon as going to click on pay 499 right over here, it is going to redirect me to the payment method. So over here, I'm going to select my payment method as card. We're going to enter the card details right over here. We're going to enter the month and the year of the expiry. We are going to enter the CVV right over here. It is saying name on the card, so we're going to enter the same, and then we're going to click on continue. And as soon as going to click on continue right over here, yes, you can see that it has sent me your OTP. So I'm going to enter the OTP, and then again we are going to click on continue. And after clicking on continue, yes, you can see processing your payment, confirming your payment. So we are going to wait for a few seconds right over here, and yes, you can see payment successful. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our payment, and with this we have successfully purchased organic glow serum. So now what has happened is that with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now Razorpay has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response for the same or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has also captured the response for the same. You can see the same details which we entered. You can see the name, you can see the email and the phone number too which we entered. So yes, after receiving these details, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new payment is captured in my Razorpay account for the product organic glow serum, automatically my workflow would be triggered. But over here you can see that I've added the webhook URL in my Razorpay account. So I want to create this automation only for a single product, which is organic glow serum, not for all the products, right? So in order to create this automation only for a single product, we are going to select our action application as filter right over here. So I'm going to search for filter, and it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to add filter conditions in your workflow. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as filter values and click on connect. And as soon as going to do so, we are going to add a filter condition right over here in our workflow, with which what will happen is that as soon as a new payment is made for organic glow serum, then only my workflow will move on further and notify my team on Microsoft Teams, not in any another product. So yes, for the label, I'm going to select it as the payment amount because I have the different payment amount for all the different products. So as you can see that this is the payment amount, but you must notice that the decimal is missing in the payment amount. Over here, the payment amount was 499.00, but in the response captured, it is 49900. So what happens is that while capturing the response from Razorpay, it eliminates the decimal value. That's why it is showing it like this. So yes, we're going to select it right over here, which is the product amount. And now for the filter type, we are going to keep it as equals to. And now for the value, we're going to enter it as 499 and 00. So now after entering this, we're going to click on save and send test request. And as I was going to do so, yes, you can see success condition is true. So now after adding this filter condition, what we have done is I want to only create this automation for this serum. So that's why I've added this filter condition. And now what will happen is that in any another product purchase, this workflow will not move on further. It will stop right over here on the filter condition as it will come false. So now after adding this filter condition, we're going to move on towards the main action step. So now for my action application, we are going to select it as Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to look for it, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as send message in a channel, and then we're going to click on connect, and as I was going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Microsoft Teams account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then you have to click on this button which says connect with Microsoft Teams. So yes, I'm going to click on this button, and as soon as I'm going to click on connect with Microsoft Teams, over here you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is we are going to accept it and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on accept, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as I'm going to click on the button of accept right over here, yes, you can see authorization successful. So with this, we have successfully connected our Microsoft Teams account with our Pabbly's workflow. And as soon as we're going to connect this account, it is asking me to select the team and the channel. So over here in the Microsoft Teams account, you can see that I've created multiple teams, and I want to create this automation for my sales team. So I'm going to select the same, which is sales team right over here as my team. So I'm going to select sales team right over here, and after selecting the team, it is going to ask me to select the channel. So over here in my team, I have only a single channel, so I'm going to select the same. And now it is asking me for the message. So I want the message to be this, which says new Razorpay payment received, customer name, email, phone, order ID. Thank you team, let's keep up the great work. So yes, this is the message I want to send, but I also want to add the details of the customer, right? So we are going to enter the customer details right over here, but we're not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step were these steps where we selected Razorpay and filter. So we're going to map the details from the response of these steps only. And as I was going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the customer name, right? So let's suppose that we're going to enter the customer name right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But let's suppose that we're going to look for name in the previous response and map the name from the previous response, as you can see, demo user. So let's suppose that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. Same we're going to do with the email too. I'm going to look for email in the previous response, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. We're going to do this for the phone number too. I'm going to look for it in the previous response, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. We're going to map the order ID too. I'm going to look for order ID, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we're going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request right over here, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully sent a channel message in our Microsoft Teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Microsoft Teams and check for the message sent. So I'm going to open my Microsoft Teams right from here, and yes, you can see a new message received which says new Razorpay payment received, customer name, the email, the phone, and the order ID. So yes, with this we have successfully sent a message in our Microsoft Teams, and with this we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my payment page again. We're going to do another test submission. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link again, and then we're going to paste it right over here in the new tab. And now we're going to do another test submission with the new details. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as test user. For the email, we're going to keep it as this, and this as the phone number. And again, we're going to click on pay 499 right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on pay 499, we're going to select the payment method. We're going to enter the card details once again right over here, and then we're going to click on continue. And as soon as we're going to click on continue, it is going to send me an OTP. So I'm going to enter the OTP right over here and click on continue. And as I was going to click on continue, it is saying submitting the OTP, processing the payment, confirming the payment. So we're going to wait for a few seconds right over here, and yes, you can see payment successful. So once again, we have successfully did the test submission, and now you can see again the payment is successful with the new details. So now what has happened is that Razorpay has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent an automated message to our Teams channel. So I'm going to open my Teams and check for the new message sent with the new details. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Microsoft Teams and look for the new message sent. So I'm going to open it, and yes, you can see new Razorpay payment received. You can see same new details which we entered in the test submission, the first name, the last name, or you can see the email, the phone number, and the order ID. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have tested this workflow in real time too. So I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected Razorpay. For the trigger event, we selected payment captured. For the action applications, we selected filter by Pabbly and Microsoft Teams, because I wanted that as soon as a new payment is captured for the product or organic glow serum, then only a message should be sent in my channel for Microsoft Teams notifying my team about the new payment received. So yes, this setup improves our internal communication and ensures that our team can promptly manage each transaction, enhancing the overall customer satisfaction. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.